With Factor, you can skip the extra trip to the grocery store and the chopping, prepping, and cleaning up too, while still getting the flavor and nutritional quality you need. Get 50% off with code BANTER50 at factormeals.com/BANTER50. That's factormeals.com/BANTER50 with the code BANTER50. Now time for the show.
Dynamic banter. Mike and Steve are gonna do bits and have some fun. Dynamic banter. Honking horns and ringing bells and making good. Dynamic banter. Don't forget the history road on Dynamic banter.
Thank you. That's our show. Thanks for coming. You okay? Something hot?
I forgot that I put on the spicy lip gloss.
Whoa, what's spicy lip gloss?
I'm
Don't
talking
do
about
it. Don't
Too
do this to
Faced
me.
Lip Injection Maximum Plump. I need you to put this on so you can
keep talking about
suffer with me.
No, come close to the mic and tell us what it
It
is.
burns your mouth so that you get swollen pussy lips.
Read
on your
more of the
face.
stuff it says.
Okay. Too Faced Lip Injection Maximum Plump. Extra strength, instant and long-term limp plumper. Produit répulpant pour les lèvres ultra puissant, à l'action, instantané, expressante, longue durée. At Too Faced Cosmetics, LLC. Distributed Irvine, California. Irvine?
Whoa,
Hey, we
hey.
could go there.
Hey, wait a minute.
It's spicy and it irritates your lips so that they're bigger and it looks like you have lip injections. You try it.
No,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
no,
Dude, just a little bit.
no.
What, are you scared?
Yes.
It's not gonna hurt that bad. I'm doing it right now.
Two-Faced cotton. I'm supposed to put something called Two-Faced Cosmetics on my face?
Yeah. Dude, let's
That
just
is a
little
good
bit.
name for a
Just
for
do
a
it.
makeup company.
Do it on like just one part of your mouth so you can feel the difference.
Can we talk about that?
Do that with my lips look big?
Yeah. This show sucks.
Might come
Just
back.
a little bit here,
Just put
or
a little-
not the whole thing.
I mean, put it wherever you want. Just
I can put it on the tip of my penis. Can I put it inside my penis?
Especially, you should sound with the applicator.
Dude, I would be taken to the hospital probably.
Yeah, you would.
It's okay to do this without a mirror. Ladies
Yeah,
have
it's fine.
mirrors.
I mean, I've got a mirror right
I don't need it.
Yeah, get it on there.
Wow, he's going all the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, prissy. Good job.
Good job, man. You got it.
You'll start
There's a
feeling
drink
it in like a little bit.
There's a drink in Disneyland at the Star Wars bar.
Oh, with the
the fuzzy
yeah.
tauntaun, yeah.
We had that
It makes
together.
your lippies little nummies. I kind of like it.
Oh yeah, it's Szechuan pepper, I think. Or
Is it?
there's another thing
Some
called a
kind of
buzz
thing.
ball that I think is a similar effect, like a numbing.
I'm happy about it.
Yeah,
I
it's
like
nice.
it. I think there should be more things like that there. That's what
That-
they're missing is like
you know,
more alien things.
We got to talk about that day and the ground drugs.
the ground. Oh yeah, the ground drugs. Dude, the ground
That
drugs.
was one of a few moments in my life where I was like, Whitney, you fucking blockhead.
Dude, I would have never remembered that if you had not brought it up just now.
It was
Ever
a
again in
moment
my
where I
life.
felt like I was actually gonna drop dead.
Yeah. Well, it was kind of scary. It was like, so you guys went on Space Mountain and I was waiting in the exit area because I sometimes don't go on that ride. It's a little too
which
fast
one?
for me. The Space Mountain,
Oh,
the one
I
that
didn't know
goes left in the dark for 2 minutes.
I feel like that ride is overrated because I saw it with the lights on once and it ruined the magic for
I've
me.
always wanted to see it that way.
No,
actually.
it sucks.
I've seen
you're just in a warehouse.
videos of it. Yeah.
It's not fun.
But that's kind of neat, and I've heard it makes you feel like you're gonna get decapitated because all
a little bit, yeah.
railings are.
It's
real
truly
close.
just a dark warehouse with like a disco ball in it.
I mean,
It's
it was
so
made
wild.
in fucking 1973 or some shit.
The Mummy's better.
But anyway, it's sometimes, depending on what I've had for breakfast or if I've not had breakfast or if I'm just feeling general tummy anxiety, that ride is a no-no.
It'll shake you up a little
So
bit.
I'm just like, I'll wait for you guys in the exit. And while I was waiting in the exit area, I was hanging out at the, there's a shop connected to the exit, and it sells Space Mountain shit. But it's like a little key, it's like a desk, or like a
little booth.
It's like a booth, yeah. And the top of the booth has like pins and drinks and shit. And I was waiting on the corner where they have like postcards and shit.
Punctuate corners.
I was waiting on the corner. It was away from like the center.
Yeah, you were away from like the main drag.
Yeah, and I was hanging out in the corner where like the postcards were, and I was just kind of leaning my arm on like the booth countertop, and I see a little baggie, a baggie,
a sealed.
I didn't tell. I've never told this story.
Yeah.
It was a little sealed baggie.
Yeah.
And it had like little.
It had a gummy. It had like a green gummy ring and what looked like a like an icebreaker.
Yeah.
And
then like something
and something
might
else.
have looked like a pill.
Yeah, unclear. But all day after we got off, you were like, guys, I think I found drugs.
Well, because it also had a little sticker on it. Like, so it was like a tiny little drug bag with a peach ring, like something looked like a jawbreaker, and then something looked like a pill.
Yeah.
And then it had like a haunted house sticker on it.
My perspective was, I was like, this looks like something that you'd get at like a bulk candy store where you just like want a little bit. And it could have been that. And the thing is, all day, you held on to it for the whole day. Well, because
I was like, when have you ever...
This is drugs.
Well, because I've never seen anything like that at Disneyland.
We all thought that you were doing a bit and just like wouldn't drop it.
No way.
And so that's why by the end of the day, and I think for context, it's important to know that I had done acid earlier in the day.
Yeah.
And it had worn off by this moment. But if you have any experience in psychedelics, you know that your brain plays tricks on you sometimes.
Yeah.
And then we went on. This was at the end of the day. I was like, Steve, it's straight up not drugs. Like, me and Haley smelled it.
Yeah.
We were like, maybe there's a trace of a weed smell, but also we had just
But none of us
weed.
wanted to, like, we were like, oh, should we try? Like, we should just fucking try it.
I fucking
did.
did.
We were talking about it.
I did.
And then Whitney fucking did.
I was like, come here. I'm going to prove this is not drugs. And I took the
pill looking.
Yeah, it looked like an icebreaker.
You took a bite out of it.
I took a bite out of it.
And
I didn't want to swallow it whole.
This doesn't taste like candy.
I was like, I thought, okay, maybe it's an edible. I played it cool. I was like, maybe an edible. There's like a slight chemically taste, but like hard to say. I just had a little bite of it.
There were varying degrees of people being okay with you doing that at the time. I think your husband was concerned for a moment. And your friends were like, maybe don't do that. And I was like, maybe just a little bite.
I wanted to prove a point. And we were in line for the Star Wars ride, and I was just like, it's whatever. It's not drugs, you guys. I just tried it. And so we all laughed and then moved on. And then instantly, the second everyone's backs were turned, I felt flushed and dizzy, and I was like, oh no.
I'm not joking.
I'm not joking. I'm not joking around.
No way, bro.
And I had
scary.
I had a thought that was like, okay.
It was kind of, and then I felt kind of fucked up.
Did you try?
No,
it?
I felt fucked up because I was like, fuck. Now she might be on some.
Well, you only knew. Okay, you knew after the fact that I was like, okay, I feel weird.
Took the bite of it,
weird.
And after that moment, it was concern until you were like,
I feel like we walked for like a good 5 minutes, and like Haley like cracked a joke about like, oh, what if you just like cummed? And I was like, that'd be the best. And I was like sweating. And I was like, yeah, that'd be the best drug ever. And I like. And I couldn't even dynamic banter with her because I was like, oh no. And my thought is like, Whitney, you're going to have to go speak to someone at Disneyland and explain that your friend found drugs on the floor and you ate the drugs to prove that they were not drugs and they were drugs and you don't know what's in your body and you might die. And then like
so dumb.
A minute later, I was like, no, I'm fine. That was just the acid.
Yeah. Yeah. Residual acid.
Yeah.
Or your brain playing tricks on you, which is another thing that could happen.
Yeah, but I feel like I just psyched myself out. I still don't think they were drugs. But you kept them for a while and you wanted to get them tested.
Because I had never seen anything like that before. And to me, it felt like someone had left a little secret drop of drugs in the park. Whoa. And someone was going to like pick it up or something.
That's good lore.
The other thing I thought it could be was a group of youngsters came in with each having their own little pack of drugs. They were going to do the edible first, and then like throughout the day take all the other ones. And maybe someone in the group made a cute little bag for all of them.
Yeah.
And someone got like scared and just left it and was like, "Oh no, I lost it."
Or got fucked
so they
up
didn't
and
have
forgot
to
it.
do it or something. They maybe they didn't want to do those drugs.
I love this lore.
I thought about many things while I walked around with that in my pocket. But no matter what, I wanted to be like, this is a bag of drugs I found in Disneyland. Or it's a weird someone try. I don't know. It's like
It couldn't have been like a prescription medicine that somebody like put in.
No, because
No.
it was candy in a bag. It was candy in a bag with a sticker
It looked like
on it.
candy in a bag, but it wasn't the amount. Like we talked about,
A single peach ring is not.
We
yeah.
talked about like you wouldn't
Yeah.
put one peach ring in a bag for a
But it looked
snack.
like candy.
I mean, there could have been other
To
peach
some
rings that got
people,
hit.
it looked like it was candy. To others, it was like suspect. It was like,
Well, the fact that it was such a small amount, I think, is weird.
Yeah.
But also could have been eaten, or it could have been part of a bigger thing. Could
Sure,
have been in
maybe
like
it was a little gift
kid's
bag.
gift bag.
Yeah, kid's
I
gift
don't
bag.
think it was drugs.
It
At least the
also-
part that I had.
it
But it was
also-
a green peach ring, which makes me think weed.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And there's so like edible peach rings are so
And they're
popular.
everywhere.
They're in every shop you
Yeah.
go to.
Yeah, we'll never know.
My question is, was it? It wasn't Halloween time, was it?
No, it was like February.
So what's with the haunted house sticker too? Like to me, that's like a code or something, or
a
like,
code?
Like not a code, but it's like you know how you
It's a label.
you have bags. So let's say you're the guy making little drug bags.
You know what it
you're
is?
like the haunted houses have this. The like spooky ghosts have this. The like castle
Never
has
in
this.
my life have I heard of this, but I love the concept.
I just
also love
my
the idea
brain
that-
goes to all sorts of like I need to find in
found a
every
narrative.
situation I have to find the narrative.
Yeah.
I have to find like
What's the story?
and also like what's the most plausible. Like,
Yeah.
And you know, they always say like the most likely answer is the like
Occam's razor.
easiest answer. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's true. Do you feel like that's true?
Unclear, because I tried
Like
the
in
drugs
general?
and they weren't.
But
they-
just in general, Occam's razor.
absolutely.
Yeah.
1000%. It also just saves you a lot of grief and spinning out about things, where if it's like, it's
Right.
probably the most obvious thing.
Right. It has because we have to use logic before everything else, right?
Not me.
We can't let our brains go, it's ghosts, like right away, right? We
What
can't.
a wild way to live your life.
Right?
though.
It's ghosts! It's demons! Like there's some people
know
who are
people
like
do think that
totally
way.
dude. They see like some new murderer happen on TV. Ghosts, demons, it's demons! It's possessed demons. Dude, did you hear about these fucking model murders happening in
No.
downtown LA?
No.
There are people saying that this might be a new serial killer.
Stop.
Yeah, dude.
I feel like serial killers aren't a thing anymore because
I know.
gun violence
I
is
know,
the
but
thing.
there were two models murdered in the same like block of downtown LA, and they're the same like type of model. They're the same like height and like everything. And it's they seem related, and they're also not releasing how the bodies were found, and they're saying it could be like really gruesome stuff.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's
Crazy.
absolutely
This is just
titillating.
happening. Yeah, I know. Why are we so fascinated by it? It's like the car
I
accident
mean, I
shit.
think it's a morbid curiosity, but also I think that women in particular love true crime because you have to be prepared for every eventuality.
Right.
You have to just be like, what would I fucking do if this guy snuck into my window? I'll tell you, when I moved to LA, I did a website called Model Mayhem. Do you remember that?
It sounds familiar.
It's a network where you put up your photos and photographers can reach out. And I wanted to get more comfortable in having my picture taken, so I signed up. And the amount of times I probably almost got murdered doing that, also
Damn,
just
I know,
like
'cause you just go
going
and
and
you
doing
trust
whatever.
it,
This was
yeah.
not a place. This was not during a time where people like had each other's locations, like, or like even told like,
or
hey,
you
I'm
could
gonna
send a
go.
pin to your friend or something.
Yeah, or like I am even like texting a friend, hey, I'm gonna go on a date with this guy that I don't know and I'm gonna go here.
Yeah.
And like now people are so much better at checking in, but
Oh,
the
yeah.
amount of times I probably skirted
Near
some
misses.
weird shit.
Damn,
yeah.
dude, that's scary to think about.
Yeah.
But you're like a really strong and what's the word I'm looking for? You're resilient.
I get up again.
You're very resilient. You get knocked down, but you get up again.
Yeah.
Guys, Whitney Moore is our guest today on Dynamic Banter.
I love that.
Mike is in New York.
We told a whole story before getting to this part.
There you go. Welcome to the show. 14 minutes in. But yeah, welcome Whitney Moore. Yeah, Whitney's back. Listen, it's not me. You need to get the audience going.
Thank you. Thank you.
But the audience is excited to have you. Kevin is excited.
Thanks.
It is a dream come true. It is kind of because we've never had you on this show.
I know, we've been trying to make it happen. And
we really wanted to have you and Mike on the show.
Yeah. Well, we can't exist in the same room together. You know that,
you
right?
You guys are the same
person.
I've never seen you in the same room together.
Yeah. Mike and I are the same.
I felt it.
You feel the lip gloss?
It
goes away. But it was kind of, your lips look very luscious.
Bottom lip,
yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Pussy. Please sit on my face for 2 please. 2 please. So Whitney, people know you who listen to this show probably from SourceFed and other things, many other things, hopefully other than SourceFed. But you and I have been friends for a very long time, and I love you so much. You're my sister. You're my wife. You're my bride.
We've had a child.
You're my
together.
sister bride.
We got old and died.
We got old and died together. We had a child. Audrey. Her name was Audrey.
It was Audrey.
Remember Audrey was our child?
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
God, I never ever saw that. I didn't see the final product.
I think they showed me an edit of it. Because remember, we would go back to do Disney XD stuff or something, and they would be editing stuff from the other show, like the Parker show and stuff like that, in the same building.
That was a fun little gig for a minute.
So one day I was there, and Woody, the editor, he was like, "Hey man, you want to see like a little bit of the edit of that thing that's gonna be on?" Because that one on. What show did that end up being?
It was on.
Was it Polaris Primetime or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
it's
whatever
so weird.
the
amount of things that we do that we never see. Like, I feel like the majority of stuff that I've been in, I've never seen.
I know.
Because it's impossible to find, or like on a channel that gets dissolved, or like
or they just
is on
disappear,
TV once, and then like you can't contact any of the production people, and it's like I guess
and you lose contact with everybody. So
occasionally someone will DM me and be like, "I saw you on My Haunted House," or Catfish, two TV shows that I was a reenactor on Catfish stories.
No way.
Yeah, I was kind of a villain because I was very anti-trans. The whole thing was the Catfish was a trans woman, girl, like teenager. Not pretending, Steve.
But like, what was the Catfish?
Pre-transition. Like
what were they fooling someone to believe?
They were fooling my character. I mean, I think that the actual thing is that my character didn't know that she was trans and saw not a cis woman and was like, "Get away from me, freak!"
That she was, but saw a woman initially, but then learned. Yeah, it was not
a
transition.
Their photo.
Woman.
Yeah, and this was high school.
Got it.
But like, I mean. Listen, I don't feel like that's not you. Because it was
That's not you.
It was not. But also, thank you so much. Finally, I get the recognition I deserve.
Yeah, dude.
But I feel like that story, the way that it was told, was like this girl was very much hurt, and she was telling the story about how she got catfished, and not how she's kind of a bigot.
That she's actually a bigot.
She's kind of just shitty. Anyways, that's maybe floating around there on MTV.
Well, sometimes when you've got a few skeletons in the closet, they will fall out when you open it.
What's your biggest skeleton?
Once you go digging around through someone's skeletons, you'll be surprised what you might find.
I don't give a fuck, Becca.
What? I didn't know that was gonna happen. Actually,
who cares?
What is my biggest?
What's your biggest skeleton?
My biggest skeleton? Yeah. Biggest dirty secret?
Yeah. What's your filthiest fucking secret?
I killed my uncle. I had to. So, Whitney, I just love having you here because this is. You can say whatever the fuck you want here. Like people like the show because we just talk to each other like we do when we're hanging out, and we that's a wonderful thing.
I
be a
feel
part
like
of.
this is going to be a way more coherent conversation
Than
than
ever.
our usually, because mostly we just make noises.
People
Like it's
babble.
and it's infuriating for those around us.
So
But who cares?
it is infuriating for those around us, but
cares?
we like what we like.
We do. We eat what we like.
We eat what we like. So I was thinking about
Applejack's
how-
trash, by the way.
I
Trash
know, I've
cereal.
never understood Applejacks.
They're not. They don't taste like
It's
anything.
so stupid.
Yeah, fuck
What
off.
the fuck? I don't get it. I never understood it.
Eat shit,
Yeah.
bitch. You're a menace with a soundboard.
I do love it. Most people who come to the show, by the time it's almost over, are like, how do people actually like this? People like what is happening when there's like soundboard shit.
You asked that for before the
Yeah, for the pre-show, I was like,
Oh,
this
yeah.
is engaging for people.
Yeah. Well, because before the banter is just like, that's really us shooting the
Yeah,
shit. Yeah.
yeah.
Because we're
Getting
not,
high
like,
in a parking lot and drinking a matcha.
Yeah. And we're just like, we don't have the lights on us, and then,
No,
you know, Kevin's just being
full cruel sunlight.
yeah. So I don't know if you've heard this shit.
Don't touch that.
I don't know if you've heard me talk about how, you know, I mean, come on, we're all gonna die someday.
Oh, are you gonna talk about Friend Grave?
Oh, Friend Grave.
I feel like we've that's already been established in the lore.
But Friend Grave is like whatever.
I
Like,
have turned actually at Burning Man this year. I turned a lot of people onto
the Friend Grave?
Yeah,
so the Friend Grave is a big plot of land that everyone just gets thrown into.
yeah.
And
Well,
everyone's
also
just
there's an
buried in
update to
the
it.
same-
Is
Oh,
there's
let's
going to
hear
be
it.
a forest because you
love
can
that.
you can do that now. You can like
so we
get
have,
turned
like, a
into a tree.
forest?
Yeah, and
Dude.
imagine a haunted forest of friends.
Dude, and it's all us, the
Yeah,
wackiest,
and it's
weirdest
all us.
weirdos.
This is us.
This is us. Well, yeah, we talked about the Friend Grave for a real long time.
Yeah.
Because, you know, like, there's all this stuff where it's like, did your family have a plot? Do you know?
Probably.
My
I
family
don't know.
has a plot.
My family isn't really religious, and so there's less because I know in like Catholicism, there's a big like when we
more
went to Day of the
important.
Dead festival, it's like
Yeah.
you have a place where you go hang
Your
out.
whole
yeah, and
family's
you decorate
there.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like
I like it. It's cute. It's fun. It's a really cool cultural thing.
Yeah.
Where it's like,
I love an ofrenda.
you're always with your family,
Yeah.
right? Even in death. We love that. But sometimes we talk about how you build like really close friendships in your life too.
Yeah.
And sometimes they build beyond familial
Chosen family.
friendships.
I have a gnarly thought that I had that hasn't escaped my mind about about being buried. Can I tell you?
Yeah, let's
Can
hear
you
it.
put some music on
yeah,
for me to
we're
tell you?
gonna
Because it's
do-
kind of. Give me your pocket operator.
I think I know No.
Oh.
This is gonna be. I know
Oh,
exactly
special?
what I'm doing
Okay.
here. Hang on. Let me just make sure that we've got the good vibes.
That's a horror. That's a being in horror movies thing. Is you got to do the like sexy girl shudder. The
I know. The what do they call it? Wavering? Like.
yeah.
All right, here we go. How about this?
Okay. Oh, great choice. Okay. Think about it this way. You know how there's all these different. Yeah. You know how there's all these different ways that people decide.
you've always known how much I've wanted to love you, but I've got to go off to Ireland, back to the good country, so I've got to fight the good fight. I'm going to miss you, I think about you every night. But I'm in school because, of course, you know I'm in school. It's okay, don't say a word. Don't say one fucking word.
The compulsion that I have to just dump this glass of water on you, but you're being protected by electronics.
That'd be so much damage.
I know. Okay.
Sorry,
So,
continue.
you know, there's all these different plans that people have for their dead bodies and
Yeah.
what they want to do with it.
Yeah.
Okay, what if souls, if you get fucking embalmed and put into a box, your soul gets trapped in a box for the rest of fucking forever because you were selfish and you didn't decide to give your body back to
I
the
think about
earth
this shit a
from which
lot.
you sprang,
But,
and the
yeah.
only way to live on is by nourishing the earth with your body and getting just like tossed into a fucking pit, and then you get turned
yeah.
into a tree, and then you get to live forever because you're part of the earth, which is never gonna go away. The Earth is in great shape and will be around forever.
Earth's fine.
Earth is
Earth's
fine.
fine. Everyone's all, Earth, something's wrong with the Earth. Fuck you. Something's wrong with you.
Who cares?
I think I think about this all the time.
You do?
I totally think about this shit.
Have you?
We have to. We have to think about our mortality.
Yeah.
And we have to think about the great dark void beyond.
Absolutely.
Because what could it be? What is it? Is it just like what it was like before we were born?
The solution to me is you get wrapped up in linens and herbs and
there's a-
nice smelling things, and you get tossed into a big grave with all your friends, and then you get turned into trees with your friends.
I've thought about the being buried and you're like stuck in a box now and you're there forever and it's like, oh fuck. But I've also thought about what happens if you're cremated and then your body doesn't get to be.
That's like the Egyptians, how the Egyptians thought about it,
Yeah,
where they're like,
if you destroy your
Yeah,
body, then
it's
you've
your
lost
vessel.
your vessel.
yeah. Have you noticed that things get really spooky lately around Halloween?
Well, this particular one, though. We walked
Things
into
have been
it-
really spooky lately.
I think we're on to something here. This season feels a little spookier.
I don't know what it is.
Well, the spiders are out. The spiders are out in full force.
And it's not like Daddy Long Legs. I don't know if anyone is listening
It's
from
not Daddy
not
Longlegs.
from
These
not
are
Los
scary
Angeles,
boys.
but Los Angeles didn't used to have a spider season,
Right.
and it's because of the mosquitoes. By the way, we
Oh,
learned
interesting. Oh,
that
and
got
probably all
brought
the
over
rain
on
and flood
shipping
and all
cargoes.
that, yeah.
Yes. There is a not native to Los Angeles mosquitoes.
Yeah, I heard there's some West Nile deaths that have happened this season already.
One.
Yeah? Just one?
I think it was a case in like Van Nuys.
That's not very nice at all.
It's not Van Nuys. But yeah, that's why there's so many spiders now, and they're also like
It's spookier.
big fucking
Yeah, these are big boys.
guys. Like they're
Yeah.
they're dripping from the trees.
Thick, fat ass,
Yeah, honking
throbbing,
donks.
honking
Throb.
donks. Yeah, dude.
They're
We're
so
talking
scary.
BBLs,
The amount of times that I've
Big
walked
Black
into
Widow, BBW, Big Black Widow.
yeah, brown widows too. There was one that just lived on my door.
That's getting
The brown ones are better. They're not as poisonous. Yeah, there was one that was just like
But
living
when
on my
I think
door.
about brown and spiders, I think about the brown recluse.
Yeah, they're not fucking with you though. They're not coming out.
I'm not joking.
This is too scary.
I think, dude, I think about that brown. Oh no! No! I hate spiders, and this season of Halloween is the spookiest ever. We walked into this coffee shop. Jesse.
I want to talk about this.
Go for it. Yeah. I'm not done talking about this spooky.
Okay, well, let's finish out this.
October!
Let's close out the spooky beat.
Talk about.
Let's talk about it.
Can I tell you that I've been seeing, TikTok's great time suck. And, sometimes you just are on TikTok for hours.
Absolutely.
And
I have
it's
to limit
easy.
my time.
It's
Yeah.
easy to do that. And I've been seeing spider content. And what I've been doing about it is did you know that you can do this when you see something you don't want to see?
Yeah, you can say I don't want to see
Hold down the
this.
screen and say, this doesn't work
It
for
doesn't
me.
work. Oh.
This isn't working for me.
Do better.
Better. And I would go, be gone with you spider content. I'm not trying to see those creepy boys. I'm not trying to see any crawling
'Cause it
boys while I'm in my bed at night.
Why were you being shown spider content in the first place?
I don't know, but my algorithm is just testing things out.
Oh yeah, you have an insane
Dude,
algorithm.
it's really
bad.
It's crazy. And it's even crazier now.
Yeah.
I've been sharing it in our VR movie nights lately, and people are like,
Just too much.
can't believe what they're seeing.
I know you showed us in Idlewild whenever that was.
It's even
we went through your
crazier.
feed. You connected it to
Yeah.
the TV.
We'll have to do that. We'll have a little share.
Yeah.
We'll share each other's algorithms. It's very intimate.
It is really intimate.
It's something
to
you
see
do in
somebody's-
bed with a lover.
Yeah, I feel like I would watch people who are like on a first date go through each other's
love
likes and their algorithm.
I love that.
My Instagram algorithm is fucked because I started clicking on thirst trap content that was like
And then
when he
and that's
but
it.
like really cringy bad ones
Like
that
funny, or you're just
no,
like
not intentional.
Oh, God.
Just like
But it's those cringe accounts that are posting cringe shit.
it's
literally the people?
It's the people.
Ugh.
And I clicked on it once and I'll fall for it every time because like me when I click on a lady with a huge rack and she's like, oh, my daddy says that I can't shit today. Not actually, but like
right, but it's
really
that
like
that stuff where
like,
they're not being funny and they're
no.
yeah.
Or like when his girlfriend is out for the day and his big slut is here. It's like what?
Your slut's waiting for him at home while he's at work working all day.
Listen, I'm no slut shamer, but I am a bad content shamer. If you are,
yeah, big time.
be clever. So what's scary? The spiders?
Yeah.
Because we do have a segue to the other content, which is the Ginger James Studio.
Yes, but I must say that whenever I'm like, no thanks, TikTok, and I say, excuse me, I don't want to see this trash, I still get it.
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't work.
I don't know what's going on. It used to work really well.
That's wild.
It used to work really well. Like, I would see some, like, fucking, like garbage fucking TikTok trend suddenly. And I'd be like, I never asked for this.
I mean, like
And I
you
would
said,
say,
you just
"Go
got to the
away."
bottom of TikTok and it's just showing you
Yeah,
everything.
maybe it's, like, done with me or
you've
something.
watched all of the TikToks.
It used to
that
love,
are in your...
maybe it's like the shit you're watching is related to this. Like
Who's to say?
your algorithm is presenting spider energy. Is what they're saying to me.
Yeah.
Like people
You
who
seem like a guy who wants to see.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like they think I'm those people that like spiders. But guess what, pal?
Oh my God, the concept of being like offended at what your algorithm thinks
I'm
you are.
offended because it's
so funny.
Because the TikTok algorithm knows you so fucking
Yeah, and
well,
it's like, I
dude.
thought you knew me better than
That's
that,
what I'm
bro.
saying. It's like someone is suddenly not, like you're vibing so good with someone, and you're like, fuck, I want to see this person every day, and then something.
And then
like,
they show you
knocks the
torture
vibe
porn.
off, and you're like, what?
Want to
the
see a weird
Yeah.
video? You go to
Look at this
rotten.com.
thing I find so funny, and then they show you like a real death video, and you're like, whoa.
You're different than
You
I
threw the
thought.
vibe
Oh,
off
no.
big time.
Is this what you think I am?
Yeah.
It's also just like, as a white lady, I'm like privy to other people's like thank you. I was hoping that I would get a clap for that. I'm privy to other people's like testing out racist shit and like thinking
sure.
like, oh, you're like in the club, right? And
Yes.
it's like, I thought, is that what you think?
Yeah,
Like-
exactly. It's easy. Usually people like that show themselves pretty quickly. Whatever. Some people are better at hiding it, I
Yeah.
guess. But there is that aspect of like, wow, you feel so comfortable with me now that
I'm gonna say something really
you're sharing
terrible.
some
Yeah.
shit.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I thought I was so clever because your shirt, Bowser has like a cupcake on it. But then I read that it's Johnny Cupcakes is the brand, so of course that's intentional.
Wow, wow.
This is
Bow wow wow.
Big bow
Bow
wow.
wow wow. Chiquillo,
Oh, bow bow.
where
Well,
my
Kevin-
dog's at.
There's lore in DB where when Kevin was born, his uncle said, "Wow, bow bow,"
For
the first time,
Nickname.
and then it became his nickname.
bow.
Wow, bow bow, bow bow, wow, bow bow. But his uncle saw him for the first time and said, "Wow, bow bow."
Do you know about Jesse's nickname that his parents give him?
Maybe
They call him Bone Man.
that's right, but his own parents.
Bone Man, Bone Daddy, or Bone Jesse, or Boney, because he was obsessed with
2012.
the line. Boney 2012. He was obsessed with the line in Nightmare Before Christmas where the sax player goes, "Nice work, Bone Daddy."
Yeah.
And he would say that all the time, and so now he's Bone Man.
Jesse's Bone Daddy.
Okay, I want to talk about this TikTok since we were talking about TikToks.
Ridiculous.
Do we have to keep the spooky music? It is.
No, we
spooky
gotta
season.
get out of there.
We have to also say that we went into the coffee shop and And the wall said,
Too scared?
Too scared.
Wait, it was like, try our seasonal spooky beverages. Too scared?
Too
Try one of
scared.
these instead.
Yeah, then it was like, here's some regular shit. You
Fucking pussy.
You scaredy
You
cat.
scared to have our matcha?
Yeah. And I'm like, damn, dude, this season's this
It's kinda scary around here.
Halloween season is fierce.
Go off, queen.
It's fucking fierce. All right, go for it. I'm sorry. We're done with spooky shit.
There is a TikTok account called Ginger James Studio. And she's an artist, and she's with her husband, and they basically just cosplay as aliens, and they have this lore where they're like, we're harvesting star crystals on the planet Zebulon,
Yes.
and like they're just making shit up, and they're having a great
They're
time.
just our people.
And I saw that they do custom videos, so I got one for Jessie for our
Jeez, I love
anniversary.
it. It's so fun. You guys are so
I'll send
good.
it to you. Can you play it?
Yeah, send it to my email.
That's perfect.
Okay, I will. I'm just gonna play it just so that everyone can hear, because the guy is just kind of vibing and dancing when she's talking and doing her well wishes for our
It's real
anniversary,
great.
and he's just like, he's got like a laser gun, and she's the only words he says is Jessie.
Jessie.
Congratulations, Jesse.
Jessie.
Boink.
Jessie.
They're so great. I mean, I do. You said the exact right thing, Steve, which is this is gonna be you two, and I truly believe like
It's
one
so
day
you guys.
we'll do too much acid and then
Yeah.
just fully
Break
never
your brain.
we'll never return and just we'll look like this.
I think that's okay.
Oh yeah. I mean, if you're with a loved one,
Well,
are you
actually,
happy?
I have something that I wanted to talk to you about that's kind of in line with that a little
Prove
bit.
it.
Because, and we'll really, Kevin's got to sit down for this one. He's really listening. Because recently there were some recent news, and look, I think I really want to have a serious discussion about this before everybody gets real jokey about it, because
Okay.
I know, and we'll get to this after the ads. We'll do the ads, and then this is a teaser for what's after
Oh.
the ads. But, and I could talk about this for fucking hours, but I really need you to like hear me out and really be with me on what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
Even though when I tell you what it's about, you're gonna be like, "Oh yeah," but before
Are you ever gonna tell me what it is,
Yes.
or are you just gonna
right now, I'm gonna
teasing?
tell you before you dismiss this as something that's very obvious and we could joke about it.
Okay.
I want you to take me
We
seriously.
got to dig in first. Okay. All right.
I love Disneyland. I love the theme parks
Mm-hmm.
so fucking much, but I'm not a Disney adult.
Absolutely agree.
Okay,
Yeah.
but a lot of people immediately go
Assume
like,
that you are.
"Yeah, you are," and it's like I need
No.
to know. I need people to know that there's a difference between like theme park enthusiasts and Disney adults.
Absolutely.
And I think that I know the difference, and I think I've realized that one of the biggest differences is that I don't care about any of the like extracurricular things they do in the park, like the Oogie Boogie Bash and like the big
That
like
sounds fun.
People love it and it looks like fun, but I'm not gonna get all dressed up like a Disney character and then go into the parks and be like a cosplaying Disney
Well,
character.
it's less
and,
about
like,
the content itself is the
Right.
thing. Like you're not like, oh my God, Princess Tiana.
Yes.
You're like, I love marvels of engineering and
Yes.
building
Yeah.
building a world and having a little treat
Yeah, and not only that,
and finding
like,
drugs on the ground.
There's like really cool historical significance to these things
Yeah.
too, and it's like going to a museum almost.
It's also not your personality. Like
No.
to me, when I hear Disney adult, I think someone who regularly wears Disney merch
Right.
and is like
And has
a
it
cup
goes
that says
nuts
"When
for the
you wish
ears."
upon a star."
Right.
You're too fucking filthy
See,
to be a Disney adult.
exactly.
You're too nasty.
But I want to construct a new term for people that appreciate the magic of Disney, but don't go as far as to be like that kind of person.
Kale is that way also.
Exactly.
Uh,
Exactly.
The Jenny Nicholson effect.
Exactly.
Because
It's like people that
she's great,
appreciate the-
and she just is like a parks. But there's a whole
Enthusiast.
dude. I at Knott's especially, like Kale will take me to like the boysenberry press day
Yeah.
or whatever, and
That's a big deal.
there are people so fun, and there are people who like that's their thing. Like
Yeah, they'll wear
there's an
boysenberry
adjacent to
outfits.
Disney adult thing where it's like I just love parks. And like did you ever meet Frankie? Frankie, you met her at my birthday party. She is the mayor of
She
Knott's.
works at Horror Nights or Knott's, yes.
Yes, but now she is she still works at Knott's, but she's the steampunk lady at fucking Toothsome's, the chocolate factory restaurant.
Yeah.
The steampunk chocolate restaurant.
Is that there near Knott's, or is that?
No, it's the Universal
That's
City
the one
Walk
at City
one.
Walk.
Yeah.
Wait, she does a double?
She does.
She's
dude,
working
yeah.
both, or now she's
She does
just
both.
there?
She does,
Dude,
yeah.
because I think we're planning a Knott's Scary Farm. I don't know if you've heard of this.
Oh, I'm
Do you
going.
wanna come? We want to.
I'm gonna go on the 29th, I think. Yeah.
That's earlier than when we're going, but
Well, the thing is,
we'll
I'm
figure it
going.
out.
I'm going. I think comped to make some spooky content.
like
And
that,
Jesse's
baby.
never been.
Oh,
And last year was my first time. That is my favorite.
I think
haunt.
Knott's Scary Farm is better than all of them.
Yeah, because there's no IP. They're just doing
And they're
exciting, and they throw their whole pussies into
Dude,
it.
and I've talked about this with friends, but Universal Horror Nights has been Karen'd. Like, people have complained
Really?
enough that made it like
It's
even
gotten, like,
less
nerfed?
cool, less scary.
Whoa.
Less exciting.
You know who is a scare actor at Universal right now?
Ooh, a scare actor?
Is a scactor.
A scactor? A scare
scat.
A scat man? You know who's
You know
scat
who's a
man?
scat
now?
man?
You know who's scatting now?
It's Andrew, Dave Heatwave.
Oh, I love the heat wave.
Not as Dave Heatwave, but I think he's like a meth head in one of the
that's
mazes.
fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna
love
go to
it.
that soon if you want to come.
I haven't been this year, so I would go to that.
I
yeah.
am so.
But I'm so
yeah.
stoked about Knott's more than anything, for sure.
Me too.
But anyway,
I love a boysenberry wine.
there's more to this Disney adult, soft Disney adult, whatever we want to call it. Like, I want I want to maybe come up with some sort of term that is better than Disney adult to describe people that just love the parks but aren't annoying as fuck.
I feel like listen, I want to play that game with you, but also if you ever get defensive enough about being called a Disney adult where that you say, actually, I am a so-and-so,
I
that's
know,
so
but
much
see-
worse.
But see, I don't
So
want it
much
to be
worse.
like that, but I want it to be like when I describe myself, my love for those things. I would like to say that, like, maybe I'm this kind of person, because there are people who are proud Disney adults.
Right, of course.
And they're like, I'm a
that's
Disney
them,
adult.
That's them taking it back,
Right,
though. That's them
right.
taking the term back.
Right. Anyway, so, okay, let's do these ads really quick, and then I'll tell you something that pushes me deeper into the Disney
can't
adult
wait.
lore, but I think there's a way to describe. I think there's a better way to describe this.
All right, read the ad.
Okay, baby boy. Oh, dude. Oh, dude. Oh, boy, dude. Wow. My mommy said to me once, Stevie, you go out there and make the world a better place. And I said, fuck that shit. I'm gonna make fart jokes. Talk about cum. My mom listens to this show, dude. Religion.
She'd love it.
My mom listens to every fucking episode, dude. Can you imagine?
I would love
What is
that.
this
My
side of
parents
her
don't watch-
son that
my-
she's...
My parents don't support me in that way,
My
so
mom-
I think that you better be grateful.
My mom is my number one fan. She talks about it all the time. She's like, I'm your number one fan.
So she loves it.
She loves it. I don't think she loves it. I think she loves me.
Aw.
And I think she would prefer me to not be like this. But I think she accepts me for who I am. Has so accepted me for who I am so long ago.
Sweet.
To the point, probably to a detrimental point, because she really allowed
Too much
me.
acceptance can
She was
really
just,
fuck you
dude,
up.
I really think, like, I don't want to get too political here, especially in the ads. But
Is this still an ad?
yes, it is. But what are we advertising? This filth.
Steve's mom.
But I think that we were maybe a little too coddled when in this
Oh,
generation.
everybody gets a fucking participation trophy.
Yeah, I think about it all the time, and I think about how I would have preferred to not have a participation trophy if it would make me have less feelings of entitlement
Whoa.
when I don't win something or when I don't, you know what I mean?
No, actually,
Because
I completely disagree.
It makes people, I think giving everyone a participation trophy.
That's not real.
Makes you grow up. And what do you mean it's not
That's
real?
not real.
What's not real?
This is just a fucking
The participation
right-wing
trophy?
talking point.
You think the participation?
It's not real. No.
Dude, I experienced it.
I mean, so did I, but
was
it's not like a
forced to
thing.
be in
it's
soccer.
Not the thing. It's not the thing.
So here's the thing. I was put in soccer. My dad put me in soccer because he wanted me to be a soccer player. Maybe they wanted me to get out of the house or something. Whatever. So I joined their fucking soccer shit, and I did it. And I didn't love it. I didn't love it. But I did it because they wanted me to do it. And you're a kid. You got to do what your parents
Isn't
tell
that
you to
in
do.
and of itself an important lesson? Like, you don't have to like it, but seeing something through to the end is important and builds character.
Yeah, but the point I'm trying to make is that I wasn't interested and I did it anyway, and I sucked so bad at
Who
it.
cares?
And then when the game was over, everyone got a little trophy that said like great defense. Steve Zaragoza, great defense. And I'm like, what? I didn't
You
do
knew
shit.
that it was a lie.
I didn't do shit out there.
Well, that's not even a participation. That's a lie.
It's them giving everyone
how would
something
you have
because they
felt?
didn't want to give one person a trophy and be like, you were the best in the team.
How would you have
Because
felt if it said like, "Hey, you didn't want to do this and you did," and that is going to help you?
Yeah,
out?
that would be more helpful.
Yeah.
Something that mattered.
Yeah.
Because all they were doing was the parents were, and I know they meant well. They didn't want their kid to come home and be all sad that they didn't win and they lost something, or they didn't get a cool trophy like that one kid did.
Those are the parents that complain about participation trophies, though. Like, they're the
But-
ones that gave it out in the first place.
I mean, yeah, they created
They
it.
did
They
it.
created it.
Yeah.
But I remember getting it and then being an adult and thinking about it and being like, I absolutely did not earn or deserve that.
I disagree.
And I don't remember being defensive at all. But I will say that it was stupid, and it made me feel like losers should be treated the same way as like the winners for a real long time. And I felt like a loser most of my life. But I never received any more participation trophies in outside of like where your parents could control the fact that you'd get a participation trophy.
Are you a person who generally cares about winning and losing?
Definitely not.
So,
but it didn't help in developing my brain about like getting a reward for doing nothing. And I
yeah,
think,
Steve, I think that's your issue.
I mean, I don't know. That's one of many. But anyway, this is why I didn't want to get political in the ads. All right, let's get to these fucking ads. 47 minutes into the episode. Guys, I want to thank HeadGum. I want to thank everyone involved in the show. Kevin, Mike, Leah. Who's the Twitter person? Who's the Twitter? Josh. I never remember Josh. Been working with us for 6 months or more, but I gotta remember it. It's easier when I meet someone, you know? For me, it's easier if I meet someone. I've never met this person. They're a remote worker for
Then
the
it's just vapor
show.
in the air.
It's someone that does a great job that I don't have a face.
Yeah.
But anyway, Josh, you're killing it.
Get him on the show.
No. Absolutely not. But anyway, thank you to HeadGum and everybody else. And thank you to Factor, Mamma Mia.
Oh, that's not what your dad is.
Shut up.
Stop eating me.
Guys, let's talk about Squarespace. Kevin, thank you. Kevin's on board. This is why we need Kevin here. I would have read it again.
We
No,
need to talk
actually, I
about
wouldn't
Kevin.
have because it's short. It's really short. I would have been like, oops. I was reading the pre-roll again because I'm
you
absolutely...
stupid idiot.
I'm out of my noggin. Guys, Squarespace is great because you can build a website for some shit, and isn't that cool? And people use websites. Mike Falzone uses Squarespace to show where his shows are going to be.
I use it.
You use
Oh, yeah.
Squarespace. So many people I know use it. It's a great website. You can build your website. You can do whatever you want. You can build email resources. You can have your own shop. You can have links to stuff. You can have videos, pictures,
Newsletters.
all sorts of cool shit. And it's easy as pie, baby. And you don't need nothing but your phone. Isn't that true?
It's true.
You can do it all from your phone.
It's true. You could.
You can if you want to. And listen, don't take my dirty mouth for it. Go to squarespace.com for a free trial. Try it yourself. Get your hands dirty. Get in the mines. Put the hard hat on. Turn the light on. Take a look around. Kevin's doing it. Kevin's doing it right now.
Oh, that's what he's doing.
Kevin's been bounding, and his hands are terrifying. But you know, you can make his own climbing website if he wants and talk about hands at squarespace.com. Get that free trial. Try it out. Try to build your own website. See how easy it is. And then go to squarespace.com/banter to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.
I'll do it.
I dare you.
I'll fucking do it.
Give it a shot.
All right.
Thank you so much, Squarespace. Wow, what a mess.
Our first ever fight about participation trophies.
Yeah.
During an ad read.
In the ads.
Let's take this to the ads.
I think it didn't help me in life. I think it didn't help a lot of people.
I think that
I think it was more hurtful than helpful.
I think that is a right-wing talking point that is not real.
I don't think that's true. I think there's a few ways to. I think there's
you.
a lot of ways to look at things, and it doesn't have to be left or right. You know, it could just be somebody trying to do a nice thing and then having it blow up in their face, and then someone co-opting it as some sort of.
It's a bigger.
tactic.
It's a bigger deal.
Yeah, it's not black and white.
Yeah.
But I will say, as someone that experienced something like that and had friends in my neighborhood that for probably years were experiencing those types of things too. Do they still do that?
I don't think so, because I didn't go through that.
Yeah, we need a tiebreaker, Kevin. What's your stance on participation trophies?
I think it's fine.
Yeah.
I think it's fine.
You don't think it does anything?
It didn't affect you as much as you think it did.
I agree.
I think
agree
it's
with
just that they were experimenting with a lot of like, we were treated so poorly growing up stuff from their own parenting backgrounds.
The pendulum swung the
that
other
they
way
were
too
like,
far.
let's try to be the best parents we could possibly be, and maybe went a little too far in some cases.
Do you know about gentle parenting, the new thing?
No, but
Which is like you're not supposed to say you did a good job. You're supposed to say you tried so hard, because
that's cool.
instead of rewarding you for like your output, it's your effort. Bang, bang, bang. It sounds like it's saying my bort, and it's making me miss my dead cat. My baby.
Smiling on you from some
angel.
galaxy.
I can't believe I got to pet bunnies today.
Guys, Harry's is a wonderful brand. Boy, oh boy. I think it's very important to have essential things in your toilet room, in the powder closet, the WC, if you will. And Harry's is one of those things. They are on my sink, and they're covered in my hair, but they are products for boys.
Why? And girl.
And girls, and anybody else who wants to use this. But it's basically skincare. Hold on, let's practice with some thought starters here.
I didn't realize we were still in an ad break.
Do you know what a thought starter is?
No.
It's something you throw out in the world and then it gets you thinking.
Yeah, like our participation trophy is good.
Like whether your ritual is minimal or elevated, you could level up your shave game with Harry's sleekest razor yet.
I could stand to elevate.
Yeah, the craft handle's what we're talking about here. And it's delivered straight to your door for just $10 at harrys.com/banter. But I'll tell you, Harry's has so many wonderful things to use on your gorgeous face in the bathroom. We're talking about body washes, shaving creams, post-shave balms, hydrating lotions, and more. Skincare is very important. Taking care of your stuff. Listen, this big old bushy beard this boy has here that's just growing like a mighty oak, it needs to be taken care of. You need to shampoo it, you need to condition it, you need to brush it, put some wax, oils, creams.
If you're going to be kissing somebody and you got a beard, you have a responsibility.
Absolutely, Whitney!
Thank you.
And you can experience Harry's sleekest handle yet, because you got to get a handle on that craft. You got to get a grip on that craft handle. because it's the ultimate shave experience. They use innovative techniques to integrate a dotted rubber grip pattern into a smooth metallic handle. That's going to go into other places. Don't do that, actually. I do not endorse that. But guys, you can elevate your shave with the latest and greatest in Harry's Razors handle lineup today. Get your $17 craft handle starter set for just $10, guys, at harrys.com/banter. That's harrys.com/banter. And Harry's has the highest customer satisfaction in the shaving industry. Did you know that? And guys who've tried it say their 8th shave is as sharp as their first.
Why 8?
Because when those blades get dull.
And they hurt.
And
Why
then
specifically 8?
well, because imagine getting to an 8th shave with this razor. It's the 8th time you're using it, and it's still as sharp as the day the baby was born.
Well, I get that, but
why the number 8?
Why the number 8?
Because it's like usually you don't even get to the 8th shave.
All right, because if you
and the
shave every
razors,
day,
yeah.
that's more than a week.
Exactly.
That's week 2.
A lot of people do shave every day. Some people even shave more than once a day.
Whoa, that's fucked up.
This is like shitting, isn't it?
Oh, I've got a question about
Yes,
shitting.
of course. And speaking of, we got last ad is a shitting ad.
Oh, okay, you go first.
No, you go.
Okay, what's your opinion on going to a friend's house for the first time and shitting in their house?
Absolutely not.
Not?
Not.
Okay. All
And
right.
I'm a poop boy. And I love my poops, and I'm not shy about poop. I'm not shy about bathroom stuff, toilet sounds, any of that stuff.
Yeah.
So if I'm going to a friend's house and I got to shit, okay, maybe there's a circumstance where it's like you've known this person for a while,
Yeah.
but you've never been to their house. And if you're going to be there for like all day, then obviously okay, fine. Maybe we're going to shit there. But if it's your first time, maybe you're there just for like a smoke and a hang, or you're working on some project or something, and you're like, shit, I'm going to have to shit soon. I'm going to just plan my exit around that.
Really?
Yeah.
Kevin, how do you feel about someone coming into your house and shitting for the first
I
time?
don't care about if somebody did it. Like,
Yeah, I
that's
guess
good
I don't
shit.
care either.
That's good shit. Yeah.
Like
Okay.
if it's someone coming to my
That's
house
good to know. I
shit,
had a lot of coffee this morning.
Yeah, you could shit in my. Oh, that's.
I've shit in your house 1,000 times.
A billion times.
I'm doing it right now.
Yeah.
I'm astral projecting.
Asshole
I'm
projecting.
an asshole projecting.
Speaking
give me
of,
the shit ad.
can I tell you why I personally would wait to go to my own bathroom?
Yeah.
Because I've got Tushy! And you can't pay for that kind of segue.
I got a tushy in there right now.
You got a Tushy in there? There you go.
Oh, thanks.
Now, see, that's the thing. If I went to someone's house and they had a Tushy, I would feel so comfortable shitting there.
Yeah.
Because a Tushy is a wonderful thing. And what is it? Well, it's the future of using the toilet. You're living in the Stone Age, Dad. Did your dad use a regular toilet?
No. Actually, they did just get a bidet.
Good.
But I do think
Good.
that there's like a weird holdover with boomers being like,
I know.
water on my
Dude,
asshole?
I
No
gave
way.
my parents a really nice bidet.
Uh-huh. Was it a tushy?
It might have been, yeah. Because it is really nice, so it must have been. And they were like, we did not like that.
That's so weird.
And I'm like, but you gotta get over how weird it is initially, because it's kind of a surprise when you
cold
get the.
sometimes.
It's called Poseidon's kiss, and it is cold sometimes. But I'll tell you, sometimes you can get a little more luxury and upgrade your experience, and maybe the water ain't so cold no more, ain't it, Kevin? But I will say this. It's time to stop living in the Stone Age where we're wiping down our very important internal organs with external openings with harsh paper leaves. What are you doing? Ow, he's right. Ow! We're wiping our.
Careful, the bunnies.
Dude, we only have one. You only have one hole.
That's not
You were
true.
born with. I'm talking about down there.
That's also not
There's
true.
only one hole. There's just one hole. And you only get it one. You only. Okay, so there's a few holes. But you only get the.
How
you
many
only-
holes
there's
do I
like-
have?
I think you probably have like 7 holes.
Yeah, close. I've got nearly
Are we
7.
counting the nipples? Are the
Those
nipples
aren't
holes forever?
They're not holes.
They're
at
holes.
all.
They
They're
never
not
become holes when they're.
I
Where
thought
does-
that they were just one hole each where milk comes out of, but it turns out it's like pores and it all seeps out.
come through the
I found out when my
pores.
sister had a baby.
Whoa.
So it's not just like a
Like that
a-
candy that you squeeze and it comes out like hair?
Yeah, it's
Or
like
the
that.
Play-Doh?
It's more like that than like a water gun.
Is that what an udder is too? Or is an udder a hole?
I don't know. I've never seen an udder up close.
It might be similar. Interesting.
stuff. DM us your udders.
Have you ever milked a woman like a cow?
By the bidet.
I think Tushy will like that part. But I will say that I like Tushy on all my parts, and I allow them into my most intimate areas because they treat me well. And anyone who does can have access to my private areas.
Like your bathroom?
Yes. Yes. But hello, Tushy Bidet cleans your bum with a fresh stream of water. That's 2 times better than wiping. And it cuts toilet paper use by 80%. Isn't that crazy? Hello, Tushy Bidet pays for itself in under a year because you're not using as much toilet paper. You missed it. So stop wiping and start washing. Go to hellotushy.com/banter and use the promo code banter for 10% off your first order. That's hellotushy.com/banter for 10% off. And I use it every day, and my lord, do I loves it. And I'll tell
My
you,
load, do I
my
lords
load
it.
loves it, and I'll tell you who else loves it. My oncologist. What the fuck is an oncologist?
Oncologist is cancer.
My cancer doctor loves that I'm using this shit.
Proctologist.
Do you have something to
Your
say? Is
proctologist.
there something you want to tell us?
This is how we...
I'll tell you, my cancer doctor just loves it. I don't know. Maybe there's studies in this, but I bet it's better health-wise for your bunghole
Absolutely.
to not
To not
wipe it
shit
down
all
with
over
fucking
it.
toilet
You're creating
paper.
micro tears. The harder you go,
Absolutely
you know?
Others do have holes.
A lot of food has
Just
micro
one hole,
tears.
or-
in
They
it.
have holes in each little nipple.
What?
Cow udders. They got holes.
They got holes.
Like a single...
Interesting.
I guess that makes sense because of the
Why? I
stream.
wonder why humans don't have holes. They have multiple holes.
That's so
Do
many.
you count those holes? The pores as holes?
Every day.
We have thousands of holes. That's our slogan for Earth. Welcome to Earth. We have thousands of holes.
Waiting to be filled.
I want you to fill all of those. I want you to fill my like macroverse holes. Fill my pores.
I don't like this.
Cover my
I don't like
pores.
this direction that we're taking.
Okay, so
Are we done with the ad?
I mean, yeah, we're done. Well,
How much of that is going to stay in there?
we can stop all of it.
Great.
I I try my best. I try my best to not cut things.
Great.
Unless there's a little pushback. Anyway, okay, so just really quickly,
Uh-huh.
I just want to do this Disney adult thing. Maybe we just want to do History Roads.
I want you to talk about this.
Get it off your chest. What's your pitch?
Okay, this is important to me, guys. This is important to me. This
Yeah.
matters to me.
I'm taking this seriously.
This matters to me. There was an announcement recently that Disney parks are going to spend $60 billion on parks expansions, which means all of the parks are going to get bigger, including the Anaheim Disneyland park.
Yeah, I mean, take it all out.
Right?
It's just Anaheim.
Just fucking bulldoze everything.
Yeah.
And just, honestly, Anaheim could just be Disneyland.
yeah,
Like,
they'd love it.
everyone would
Except
love it.
we can't get rid of knots.
No. That's Buena Park. They're fine.
Yeah.
They're fine over there. But you know, Disney's expanding, and that's big news because, you know, Disneyland's the smaller of all the parks.
Uh-huh.
And we don't have very much room. And when we got California Adventure, like, that was really exciting. We're like,
Yeah.
yay, more Disney shit,
Yeah,
more
and
rides.
you can drink there.
And you can drink there, and there's all sorts of cool stuff there, and it's good. We like it. But that's it. Disney was like, guess what? That's it. We don't have any more fucking room. But they just announced that they're like making room and they're going to build like 2 new parks.
Just like I'm about to make room.
That's
in Kevin's
right. In
bathroom
Kevin's toilet.
and use the tushy.
And I'm talking 2 new Disney parks connected to our
That's
Disneyland.
crazy.
Right?
And as a theme park enthusiast,
It's exciting as fuck.
it's exciting as fuck. What is we never said what you were pitching as a term.
So, well, that's kind of like, it's connected
Okay.
because I'm excited about it, but we're getting to I like a little foreplay. We're getting to the orgasm in just a second.
I'm excited.
All right, Mom? We're all adults here.
The way I just actually spit taked.
Please welcome the wickedly talented one and only Adele Dazeem.
So, I was like, wow, this is so exciting. And I'm like, I'm not a Disney adult. I'm not gonna go nuts about this, but it's very exciting. Like, I'm not gonna start a vlog or a website where
You just
I talk
like
about
fun.
I just like fun, and I'm excited about fun. I like roller coasters and rides, and I love to eat a corn dog with my pals while old-timey ragtime music plays.
I gotta do that with you soon.
I'm a simple
I
man.
miss that. Was also the first Disney corn dog that I had ever
Dude,
had,
isn't
and
it
it was
great?
honestly every corn dog I've had has been a disappointment
I
since,
know,
which is
there's
fucked
no
up.
better
Because
corn
before, previously, I was like, a corn dog is one thing,
Yeah.
and it's always good. And then
Yeah.
I had a Disney one, and I was like, well,
'Cause,
they're all
yeah.
bad now.
There's something about it.
They're
Just
sweet.
bigger, and there's a sweetness. There's
Yeah.
just some so perfect
Yummy.
about Disney corn dog.
Yummy.
So anyway, I was thinking about how that's so exciting. I can't wait. Big new Disney theme parks, right? And then I realized, ooh, that might take a real long time.
Oh,
And I
yeah.
was like, I wonder how
We'll be in the
long.
friend grave by then.
2040 is when it's planned to be done.
Oh, no.
2040.
So what? 17 years from now?
So I'll be like, so what am I now? So I'm 40. I'm going to be, so
57. That's not too bad.
So I'm like, okay, but famously, I've been like, there's no way I'm making it to 60.
You got it, man.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
60.
yeah. And now we have.
Guess what? I was like,
We're about to
maybe
come.
I want to live like this. I can see this cool Disney shit. Is that crazy?
Wait, that's your inspiration?
That's my inspiration.
I
If
legitimately,
I
when you
don't
said that
take-
you've got a new Fitspiration, I thought it was a person,
Nope.
but it's just that
I
Disneyland
want
parks
to.
are.
I want to see the new Disney parks. And
Honestly, whatever gets you there.
Yeah.
I need you to be alive for as long as I'm alive, and
know,
I'm gonna live for
know.
1,000 years.
yeah,
So
Steve, this is a special moment right now because we're gonna save this video, and in 17 years,
you're gonna have to show it to
we're
me.
gonna.
I'm gonna be like, I did it, or it'll be real sad.
or we'll
and
play it at your,
fucked up.
your funeral.
But I want you all to know that I'm not expecting. I just don't know. I live like I was watching. You ever seen the Witches of Eastwick?
no.
It's pretty good. Jack Nicholson, all these great actors, Susan Sarandon, Cher, and
Really?
Michelle Pfeiffer.
Wha-
And Jack Nicholson plays
Say
the devil.
no more.
And he's basically going after these witches.
This
so
a
he can
movie?
use their power. It's
Can we
real.
watch this? This just seems
Yeah,
like
we'll
a
watch it.
spooky.
We'll
This
watch
seems
it.
like a
It's
Halloween.
perfect Halloween
Yeah,
movie.
great.
But in the movie, Jack Nicholson's like talking about how he lives like hedonistically, like he just does everything for pleasure, basically. And he was like, "When I die, I don't want to be healthy. I want to be sick."
Oh.
And that makes so much sense because it's like, why do you want to die healthy? You're dying anyway. So it's like, live your life to be dead when you're dying. Live your life to be like, I'm sick, I'm dying, I was meant to die at this point. I lived this way and I got sick and I died.
Okay, I see how you got there.
Right.
There was a moment where I was like, there was not to bring up Louis C.K. because
Oh,
whatever,
no.
but he did have a bit that stuck in my head about how people, when they're young, they think like, oh, I'm gonna live fast and loose because I'm just gonna die early. But you don't die early. You just the latter half of your life, you're in pain all the time.
Right.
And like that to me,
That's
is,
not nice. That's not ideal.
and that's real. Like it's,
Yeah.
it's not that you're just gonna like drop dead at 60 because you had too much fun.
Right.
It's like
You're
your
gonna be in
knees are
pain
gonna
for a
suck and you're
while,
gonna
yeah.
have a IBS and
Yeah.
like
But it's like you accept the consequences of living a life that way at that point, and you accept that like maybe I'm not meant to live very long, but while I'm here I'm gonna fucking have a real good time.
Dance like nobody's watching.
Exactly.
So what health measures are you going to enact to make sure you're alive for the Disney
just
opening?
Recently I decided that I don't drink nearly enough water.
Wow.
So one of the and you know, all these things are about little changes.
Yes, they are.
And baby steps, and I don't expect anything to change real fast, but if you know 2040 is the goal, I want to be healthy in 2040.
Yeah.
Then I got to start like getting used to chugging water way more than I do.
Yeah.
So I've been drinking way more water.
Love
lately.
that.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great.
So that's what I'm doing.
Start.
So I'm just like, listen, I mean, water is wonderful, right?
Yeah.
We got to stay hydrated. No one drinks as much water as they should anyway.
Not true. I do.
You do? Do you think
yeah.
so? You drink that every day? Like more? You're supposed to drink more than that.
Oh yeah, I drink like 3 of these a day.
Oh, that's great.
But it's easy. If you find a vessel that you like.
Yep.
Yeah, does that help? Something easy to carry around?
It's usually it's not like popping up the way that it. Yeah. It's just so fun.
Being some kind of bitch. I'm looking at it.
You're embarrassing me.
All right. Well, look. Let's say goodbye in this fucking show.
Water and walks.
Walks are another thing.
That's the only two things, really.
Yeah.
And like eat a vegetable every now and then.
Well, I walk to Mike's for every DB show, so I walk at least once a week.
That's
like the most underrated thing.
I agree.
It's like the best thing that you can do.
Last week I was feeling like so down. I was like having a fucking real crushing low feeling. And
Applause.
I was sorry.
I'm not joking.
But I texted Haley and I was like, man, I'm fucking down in the dumps, dude. I'm like way in the dumps. And she was like, go for a walk. Like, just go take a little walk. And I'm like, you know that I know that will help.
Yeah.
But I cannot even find the like energy to like get up and do the steps required to even go for a walk.
Yeah. Feeding your body not trash and like getting some exercise in works, and it sucks that it works because you're just like, I know that I'll feel good if I just exercise or if I go on a walk, but I don't want to. That's the last thing that I want to do. But you do feel better.
Soulless.
It does. Well, you find something that you like.
I know. But anyway.
First like 5 minutes are like the worst part.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
But I know as a fucking 40-year-old motherfuck that you have to put the work in, otherwise you will never see any result of anything. That goes for like literally anything. So I was like, okay, so I can't get up and go for this walk right now, even though I know it would help me. And that's the stupid part, is I know it would help me. But I was like, I'm not going to do it now, but I am going on a walk tomorrow. Like, I'm allowing myself to have like this low point, knowing that tomorrow I'm going to get up in the morning and I'm going to put on it doesn't even matter. I'll put on a fucking nasty pair of shorts and my Crocs.
Yeah.
And like the shirt I slept in.
Yeah.
And just fucking go outside.
Yeah.
And I did it. And it felt great.
I'm so
afterwards.
proud of you. Good job. Hey, what's History Lane?
Yay, Mr. Health.
That's right.
That's me, Mr. Health. History Roads are emails people send in talking about their life experiences and funny stories. And when we, the end of the show, we usually read History Roads, but sometimes we don't get to them. And whatever. They're usually directed to me and Mike, so I feel like you probably wouldn't have that much of a fun time anyway.
Whatever.
I mean, obviously you would. I mean, do you want us to read
Yeah.
it? Wow, we want.
on.
Damn,
Come
dude.
on.
And that's what I'm saying. And the thing is when you have Whitney Moore on, you never know what's going to happen.
The way that I'm actually so gassed up by that
The
applause.
cheering sound. It's so good.
Did you hear the song that came out 7 years ago? A song about me from You've Been Hamstered?
Can we play it?
Yes, we can.
How do we find it?
It's.
Oh, you texted it.
I texted it to you, yeah. Just as a setup, there was an account where you find your email. There was an account called You've Been Hamstered, and they sent me a message that said, Whitney, do we have your consent to hamster you? And I said, yeah. And it's just an account that they Photoshop hamsters onto people. And he sent it with this song that I had never heard, but it came out 7 years ago.
It's in our text thread called "I'm so glad things have changed." The other name couldn't be read on the show.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely true.
Whitney Moore. Here we go. I found it. Hang on. Whitney Moore. Now it's gone. Now it's fucking gone.
I can find it again.
Damn. It like shot up to... Oh, there it is.
Dude, there was 28 views when I saw it for the first time.
Whitney Moore, you are a bird fighting movie sensation.
It's true.
And so these are the hamster people?
No,
Oh,
I
this
thought
is
it was because
different.
he found it, and then I was like, I thought that he did the song, the hamster guy, and he was like, oh no, I just like searched it. It's on like Instagram music, and I tried to find it.
Put it in your stories?
Yeah, that's how he found it. He just like searched my name and it
searched
came
your
up,
name.
and he was like, I have no idea who this
so
guy is.
you didn't even know this existed.
No,
and the hamster
until
guy
last
found
week.
it by searching for your name.
Yeah.
This was posted 7 years ago by Paparazzi and the Photogs,
Impossible to find, by the way. Tried to track him down.
and it's called "Whitney Moore, You Are a Bird Fighting Movie Sensation."
Whitney Moore, you're such a good actress. You're in Birdemic, shock and terror.
True.
That's the full
You play
title.
a Victoria's Secret model who gets attacked by some angry birds. Whitney Moore, everybody likes you because you are in Birdemic. You do a very good job in that movie. You're very talented, la 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 la.
I've listened to this so many
Whitney
times.
This would just pump me up in the morning if I...
Whitney
Wow,
Moore.
this is great.
You are a great actor, Whitney Moore. La 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 la. Whitney Moore, you fight the birdies. The birdies try to get you, but you will not let them. They're evil birdies trying to kill you. La 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 la.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. The way that I've actually listened to that unironically when I need a little boost.
Dude, for real.
Because
That's
it
like
actually
a
does
super
sound like
pump-up
my
song.
internal monologue if I'm trying to like do an
Pump
audition.
yourself
It's like,
up.
you're good, you're nice, people like
Yeah,
you, la
people
la la
like
la.
you, yeah.
Like-
I like to say, I think there was only one thing that I did not agree with in this song.
Okay.
And it was the part where he said people like you because you were in Birdemic.
True.
But that's not why people like you. People like you because of who you are.
Thanks, Steve. Thanks, Frank.
I love you, Whitney.
Hello,
and
Steve.
Let's do some history. Let's do one history row.
Yes.
Duarte? Duarte? Although DB might have put me on a list, is kind of funny too. And then Baja Blast Bong Water is interesting. Also.
Whoa.
5-year anniversary with your super fan.
Oh.
Damn, there's so many good ones. Okay. News anchor meltdown on live TV from Duarte Diaz. Hit record. Thank you. Now it's time to record. Now it's time to record. Now we started the show. Hey guys, welcome to Dynamic Banter. That's like a nightmare.
I could do this all day.
I could do it too, but I would feel really bad for you.
I would miss the next thing that I have to go do.
That's not important. This is important. This news anchor meltdown. Hello, BB. Thought you might enjoy this moment, which happened on national TV here in the UK. It strangely feels like a bit that you and Mike would do on the podcast, but I assure you it's real. Okay. Here it is. It's on Twitter. Okay, it says, this will be shown on journalism training courses for years to come. on what happens when someone with no discernible news anchor ability is asked to deal with a breaking story. All right, let's listen.
But first, it's the news headlines. No, it's not. We're going straight to me. This is breaking news. It's fast happening.
What?
Because as we just said, the terror man... It's all gone wrong.
It's all gone wrong.
It's here. Chip Chapman, we have him coming up soon on the arrest of the terror suspect. He escaped from Wandsworth Prison and he's been apprehended. It's all coming up in GB News. We've got our first guest. Here it is. Police have have arrested prisoner Daniel Khalif. Beg your pardon, we're getting the audio in the right place. This story is just happening. Joining me now for the latest is GB News Home Security Editor Mark White. Are you there, Mark? It's Chip Chapman. We have Chip Chapman, Army for the Army and the former head of counter-terrorism, Major General Chip Chapman. Chip, dramatic breaking news.
Chip Chapman.
He's losing his mind. Okay. So I've heard of this happening on like news, and they make fun of it in the Anchorman movie. But you know how like the teleprompter is like God in those scenarios?
Absolutely.
Like if there's nothing on the prompter, you're like
you go to a different place in your brain.
You don't even know what to do.
Yeah.
You have to be ready.
If someone types a different thing into a teleprompter, I will read it
absolutely,
with the same
without
cadence.
even thinking twice.
Yeah.
And they've got those in-ear things too, where they're like, just hold on a second, we're almost getting the story. Just say whatever you say, whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like, Chris Jenkins is coming up.
There's
so I get it.
It's too much stimuli.
I think that's what happened,
absolutely.
maybe, right? Like
that's a very compassionate take. I didn't see the video, but he sounds like he's just.
He looks like.
I just didn't understand one thing that was happening.
Chip Chapman.
Yeah.
Chip Chapman. Chip
well,
Chapman.
okay, so in the email from Duarte Diaz, he says, if you want the full story, this is the moment the news broke of the arrest of an escaped prisoner in London. It was a huge story here in the UK, and this channel is known for being on a shoestring budget. So situations like this sometimes happen. The name of the channel is GB News, as in Great Britain News. Please don't say my name, only my social security number. Love the show. Keep up the funnies.
Thank you, Chip Chapman.
Jackpot.
All right, well, how about that? That's that, huh? Let's fuck off! This woman needs to take a shit!
I know it.
Stop suggesting there's more things to do! Stop telling her all the things we do on this show! She'll want to do those things! There's no more time!
We're done!
Kevin is so mean.
I can't. Do you see how he treats me? Whitney, I love you so much. Thank you for
love
being
you.
on the
Thank
show.
you for having
fucking
me.
angel.
Thanks, Mike, for going out of town and letting me sit in your seat.
But I have to point at you and say something aggressive.
Don't do it. You're being too dynamic.
One day, Mike will be back soon, and we will have you on the show with Mike, and so you can have a proper special DB guest spot.
You're saying like it's a threat, but that sounds nice.
I'm threatening you that you're going to be on this show again, damn it.
Threaten me with a good time.
Guys, give Whitney Moore some love out there in the world. Show her some love on the Instas. Do you have any plugs? You want to plug anything?
Yeah, you can watch the music video I just directed.
Oh, yes.
I just directed a music video for a musician that I like called Dave Heatwave. He wears a luchador mask all the time and is an alien from the sun. And also, I guess you check out Palm Swings, the movie that I made with Bree.
Yes!
Yeah.
Oh, Palm Swings. I think Mike and I talked about it when it came out, but for those of you that may not remember, Whitney made a wonderful, well-made little short called Palm Swings that's very fun and stars some recognizable faces you might recognize.
Yeah, you might like them. And also, there's a kissing. Bree and I kiss, you little perverts. So...
You wrote it?
Let's end it with a moment of sounds.
A moment of silence?
A moment of sounds.
I'm coming.
That was a HeadGum podcast.